I'm Manouk Akopyan. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to our partners, personal injury attorney Nelson Kevorkian. Have you already talked about when the return date is going to be? When can we expect you back for this first title defense? I know there's some names been thrown out already, but I'll let you set the record straight. What is the next fight looking like?
Right now, there's different guys. We can't get a big fight like George Kambosos for a title defense. Maybe we'll try to get another guy to unify with. Like I said, I would love to, you know, get another belt so I can go around the IBF rules. And right now, that's really the plans. We'll see who's next. I know Jack Catterall and Arnold Barboza is going to box each other to become the mandatory for the IBF. So so right now we got to keep busy. So hopefully, I think most likely a guy like George Kambosos will be a really big fight in New York. I think that's what be the big fight. And soon start setting my goals on a guy like that, getting focused to make sure that I'm ready and prepared to defend the throne, defend the world title, and that's what it's all about.
How soon are you looking ready to get back into the ring?
May, May, as early as May, mid-May. I want to get at least, hopefully. I mean, find three times nowadays is like a gift. So maybe twice next year. So yeah, I'm trying to get back in the ring as soon as possible. So definitely around April, May, and yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be big, and I can't wait.
You challenged Teofimo Lopez in the ring, but obviously it sounds like he has other plans. Who knows how long he's going to stay at 140 pounds? Looks like he wants to go after guys like Jaron Ennis, and he's calling out even Crawford at 154. But do you think that's a likely fight for you with Teofimo?
Teofimo definitely. I think that he's a guy that's willing to step up to the plate, take the offer. He wants to. I think that he said he also wants to be undisputed at 140. I'm the guy. I'm running my mouth. I'm out here running my mouth and calling him out. Why not? Both from New York. Both it's gonna be a big fight. I think it's gonna be a very fun, big, lucrative fight. And like I said, I always been calling out Teofimo before I became world champion. I always said that I would beat Teofimo, and that I feel like I'm better than him. So we get that opportunity now. It's time to prove that I am who I say I am. I'm not ducking or dodging none of these guys. Like I said, my only concern is getting another belt so I can go around this IBF rule. But other than that, I'm ready to get in the ring and prove that I'm better than every guy at 140.
How about Devin Haney? I know you always have a lot of opinions about Devin. Who knows what 2025 is going to look like for him? But Eddie Hearn has a working relationship with him. Do you think that's going to be a big fight for you guys if you let it marinate a little bit?
Like I said, I'm not dodging nobody. I've been calling out these guys before I became world champion. I'm the champion. I'm still calling out these guys. Uh, these are the big fights. These are the most fights that make the most sense, and these are the fights that's going to get me on that pound for pound list and eventually in the Hall of Fame. So, like I said, I'm not ducking and dodging none of these guys. I've proven myself as a legitimate contender. Now I'm trying to prove myself as a legitimate champion, and that's it. That's it. Devin Haney, he know where I'm at. Him and Eddie got a great relationship. If he want to get his hands back on the world title, why not? Why not? If he wants to make a big fight happen, I'm not gonna be nowhere. I'm him and Eddie have a great relationship. So that would not be a hard fight to make at all. Eddie loved the green bucks. He loved the money. So Eddie is looking to make the biggest fights happen. Me and Devin Haney is one of the biggest fights right here in Barclays Center, New York City. So let's do it.
I think for you, the biggest thing would probably be just staying on weight for the next 2 years, right? Because they're the 135 pounders who are going to come up eventually. Guys like Shakur, Keyshawn, Zapata. Who knows what Lomachenko is going to be doing with his career? I think he's capped out at 35, but Gervonta Davis, if he wants to make the move, which one of the 135 pounders most excite you for a future fight?
To be honest with you, I haven't thought about nobody at 135 because I'm still a guy's getting big too, and you never know where I would go at by the time next 2 years come. I don't look to stay at 140 for too long. I don't want to be a guy that's making weight and having to go through all this for you know till I cap out the sport of boxing. I also do want to move up to 147 and become a champion in another weight division. Yeah, we'll see. Well, like I said, it's all about right now. I have a world title. I want to make the biggest and best fights happen in boxing to the point that I don't need a world title anymore to have my name in boxing. I don't need no belt. So that's kind of where we at with it. So we'll see.
And you know, I think a lot of the more marketable fights for you outside of Teofimo and Devin could be against the guys who are perhaps not even in the top 10 at 140. We're talking about guys like Rolly, Regis, Isaac Cruz. I mean, it's big names who could also make for a fun promotion for you. Are those just like a Cambosis could? Are those the fights that you're also looking at sometime in 2025?
I welcome. I'm welcoming all of the fights that make sense, all the fights that are big fights, all the fights that are fun fights for the boxing fans. Like I said, I believe that I will go down as one of the best fighters in the sport of boxing. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't believe that none of these guys are on my level. I don't believe that. I believe that I am the best 140 pounder in the world. And like I said, whenever they want to put the guys in front of me, that's gonna push me to prove that I am the best 140 pound in the world. The guys that are the top guys, the guys that the world also believe are the best 140 pounds in the world. Let's make it make sense. Because at the end of the day, I already proved I'm supposed to be at the top level. I proved it by becoming a legitimate contender, and now I'm trying to become a legitimate world champion. So, like I said, if it makes sense, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Before I let you go, what's the promise you're making for 2025? If we're talking this time next year, what have you accomplished?
I became world champion in 2024. So I became world champion in 2024, beating two undefeated guys back to back. You know, these guys had way more fights than me. In 2025, is to hold on to the world title and see these millions. That's it. That's really my goal for 2025. If I'm being quite honest with you, make the biggest fights happen. Hopefully, we get a Teofimo fight, and just making sure that I hold on to my world title and be in the most lucrative fights for myself and my career and my team. So that's my goal for 2025, and hopefully after next year, if I can you know hopefully I keep making 140 comfortably. We make the move to 147 and go up there and do it again. Beat the guys at 147 and win world titles. But right now, my focus is on this next fight, so my first defense, my first world title defense, and that's what my focus is on right now. You know, we've seen a lot of guys get the world title and lose it right away. I'm not trying to be one of them guys, and like I said, I am one of them guys that talk a lot, and I am one of them guys that I believe that I am one of the best in the world. So now's my time to prove it.